like making Neophyte, we were struggling. We were homeless for a portion. You know, if I had millionaire parents, we would never have been homeless while making Neophyte. Here's Chris, have $1 million to pay 10 artists to make your game for you. Just, you know, write whatever you want, and then go move to LA or Toronto. You can get the Deus Ex Human Revolution team, and here's them here. Just go be creative in the city. We'll pay your rent, your food, your medical, your transportation, your expensive lunches. We'll fund a team of people to be creative for you, and you can put your name on it and have them ghostwrite it. You know, no, it's like when I wanted to make this game, I was making enough to live in a fucking tiny studio next to the meth heads. And like, that informed the creation of Neophyte. But that is not a good way to make. That sucks. It's a shitty way to run a society. People should be able to make whatever they want to make. You want to paint the side of your apartment with rainbow colors and a red fist and a anarchy symbol and a fully automated luxury space communism icon. You should be able to do that. If you want to paint whatever if you want to paint art. There's a lot of artists on the Big Island too. That's another thing. You know, there's artists all over the place, and they can do art. I mean, they're not rich. They're living in a little, shipping container with a hose cut out of it off the grid with a solar panel and a chicken and a methane digester for their feces that goes back. But it's sustainable, and they can paint all day long, and they can work for 2 hours a day picking avocados. It's kind of Edenic in a certain sense. So but I mean, that's not where we live. Where did I live? I lived in a slum in the American ghetto while making Neophyte, right? Working 2 jobs, and I wouldn't have made Neophyte. I wouldn't have been the same game. It wouldn't have been the same art, and it wouldn't have communicated what it did. But I don't think that that's not. I don't think oh yeah, what we need is people to be in poverty to become good artists. That's bullshit. While poverty and struggle can inform art, ideally we would have a society where people could just do art about what they want. If they want to just make fluffy kitties and clouds and paint the sunset, because they live in an anarcho-communist, they should be able to just do that. Corporate marketing artists, right, have to paint the Nike logo, Disney princess toy for the McDonald's Happy Meal. There's another kind of soul deadeningness to making corporate marketing crap, which is the only way you can get a job in art now. That's why American Giotto was a marketer. He wanted to make films. He wanted to make movies and films. Who gets to make movies? Like if you are a working class artist or a filmmaker or a director, you have to do shitty corporate marketing. Okay. Now, if you are the son of a billionaire, or you're Carrie Fisher, daughter of Hollywood elite, you daddy, well, I'll give $20 million to get this movie made, and then you get to be Princess Leia. I mean, no shit on Carrie Fisher, but that's just the way it is. Got as much drugs and as many movie parts as you want. And if you're Armie Hammer, you're the inheritor for a billionaire's fossil fuel fortune, as one does. You can buy your way into whatever That is an inequality of artistic fulfillment. That is an inequality of creative fulfillment in a society, that you have to be wealthy enough so that you have to pay your $3,000 rent. You know how much it costs to be creative in New York? We that live in a capitalist dystopia, it is meaningful for us to have our reality reflected back at us, whether that's cyberpunk, dystopia, Blade Runner, because that's what we live in. But the poignancy is relative to the experiences of the creator, right? Like, we should live in a society that does not require cyberpunk, ideally.